So very good morning, students. So welcome to IIT NEET Foundation Program or Focus C by Krishnaveni Talent Schools and the Mastermind Schools. So once again, I welcome all the participant branches and class 8 students for today's session. As you can see on the screen, and you are well aware, my subject is physics. We are in class 8, our ongoing chapter, light. And today we are entering into the second session, session number 2. There is a second period where we are discussing about the light. In the first class, we discussed about the basic concept of lights. So what is light? What are the substances that behaves in light, like transparent, translucent, and opaque substance, and how the source of light can give, that is like luminous bodies, non-luminous bodies. Today we'll go for some more extension part of the light, where we'll discuss about the mirrors. What is image? So image formation and about the characteristics of mirrors and many more things to learn in next 2 classes, right? So we move forward. So before going for today's topic, let us have glance into the yesterday what we learned in the last class. Okay, so this is the basics we started. So what is light? Light is a invisible energy. So what are the source of light? There are natural source like sun. There are so many artificial source like bulb, candle, and all, right? Then speed of light, all you know, light travels with the speed, great speed of 3 into 10 power 8 meter per second. Then we have seen what are the luminous bodies. There are some which gives the light by themselves, like stars, sun, candle, bulb. They are called luminous. But there are some bodies are there which cannot give light by themselves, but they can be shown, they can be seen by reflection of light, like all the furniture, wood, the moon. Okay. Then we started discussing about few terms like how the light behaves in the different medium. Based on that, the medium through which light passes is called transparent medium. The medium through which light does not pass is the opaque medium. The medium through which light passes partially is called translucent medium, right? That we discussed with example. Then we have seen what is the ray of light, beam of light, parallel beam of light, converging beam of light, diverging beam of light, and everything. Then we come to know that light travels in straight line always by a simple activity called rectilinear propagation of light. That you can do in classroom also by taking simple 3 cardboards and making hole at the center for 2, and third one act as a screen. When you focus a torchlight or a candle, you can see that light passes through the holes and correct on a screen. But when one of the 2 boards are disturbed, definitely you cannot see the light on the screen because light cannot travel. It can travel only through straight line. That experiment we have seen. Okay. Then we discussed about the reflection of light also is one of the important property of the light. Whenever light falls on opaque bodies, opaque, very important, reflection means opaque only. Opaque bodies, it returns back to the medium. Such a process of returning back of light into original medium after hitting a reflecting surface is called reflection of light, right? One of the most important property of the light. So for reflection, there should be opaque medium because other mediums will absorb the light. When there is a absorption of light, there won't be any reflection. But when light is not absorbed, then it is reflected back. For that, we'll use the effect opaque medium. So when you are studying about the reflection, the property, the return of light into same medium, right? The return of light into same medium is called, after striking, is called reflection. Just like a ball hitting the wall, returns back. Similarly, light also, when it strikes the opaque mediums like glass and all, they returns back. Right. So when they are returning back, see how many important terms you can see in one figure. One diagram is there here. So many terms you can get definition, which are called the terms related to reflection. Right. First see, number one, incident ray. When you are focusing one light ray onto the opaque substance, this is called incident ray, which is incidenting. Right. So the first one is incident ray, number one. The ray which is hitting the target or reflecting surface. See, the polished surface or silvered surface, which is called reflecting surface. We are hitting the light with reflecting surface. So it hitting at one point. It is coming in the arrow direction, come and hitting here. This is called point of reflection or point of incident. After hitting, what happened? It is returning back like this. See, that is called reflected ray. So incident ray is the one. Second one is reflected ray. And third one is the reflecting surface. And fourth one is point of reflection, where it is reflecting or where it is incidenting. Then see, the angle made by incident ray with normal. See, this is normal. Point number 5 is normal. A perpendicular drawn from the point of incident or point of reflection. When you draw a perpendicular, that is called normal. Point number 5. Then the angle made by incident ray with normal is called angle of incident. Angle made by reflected ray with normal is called angle of reflection. Right. So third one is reflecting surface anyway it is. Then see, the angle made by incident ray with reflecting surface. This one is called glaze angle. Right. Glaze angle. Glaze angle of incident, glaze angle of reflection. So this is a point number 7. There are totally 7 important terms are there related to reflection of light. When a light is falling on a reflecting surface, it returns back to the medium. A line drawn from the point of incident to the perpendicular to the point of incident is called normal. The angle made by incident ray with normal is called angle of incident. That is angle I. Angle made by reflecting ray with normal is called angle of reflection, which is angle R. Same time, angle made by incident ray with reflecting surface is called glaze angle. Glaze angle of incident or glaze angle of reflection. So these are the overall points about the very, very important property called reflection of light. Okay. So terms related is given. See, here mirror is there, which is reflecting surface. A highly polished surface is called what is incident ray given here. Like that, all the terms are explained individually here. So what is the point of incident or point of reflection? Means where it is, definitions are given in the right column. Very, very important terms there. So point of incident is nothing but the point at which the incident ray strikes the reflecting surface. Then normal. The perpendicular drawn to the surface at a point of incident is called normal. From point of incident or point of reflection, we draw one line. Next, reflected ray. The light ray coming back to the same medium after reflection is called reflected ray. Then angle of incident. So the angle with which incident ray makes with the normal at a point of incident is called this one. Then angle of reflection. So that is represented by angle I, angle R. So that is. Then plane incident, plane of incident. The plane of containing the incident ray and the normal ray is called plane of incident. The line, straight line. Plane of reflection, same. The plane along which the ray incident or ray reflected. This is the plane. This is called plane. Say Mn. So mirror is represented like this. Of course, this is a normal. Simple diagram can explain so many things for you. You can angle of incident, angle of reflection, glaze angle, incident ray, reflected ray, normal. All the points are covered in a single diagram, a simple diagram. These are the very important terms related to reflection of light. Reflection of light, which is a very, very important property. The first property of the light. Light travels in straight line. Along with that, there is a reflection of light. Next, very, very, very important. Synopsis 1 is completed. Now we are entering to the synopsis 2, the second part of the chapter, where we are going to learn about the very important word image. We all know image. When you are seeing the mirror, what you can see? You can see your own image. So is there any change in size, shape, color, or weight in the image? No. Whatever dress you wore, whatever your color, same color you can see in the, that is called image. When a light ray diverges from the point, when light ray diverges from the point, see image definition is there giving. So when light ray diverges from a point, after reflection, either meet at some point or appears to meet at some point, then called image objection. So when you are seeing the mirror, your light falls on the mirror and reflects back and make you to visible to your own image, right? So before going for the explanation, what are the types of images and what are the characteristics of any images, let me show you one video on there are 2 videos are there about the formation of images. We'll see that, then come back to the explanation part. Okay, very important videos. Keep watching them. Okay.
And virtual images.
2 types of images.
At the end of this session, you will be able to explain the difference between a real and virtual image, explain how real and virtual images are formed. What is the difference between a real image and a virtual image? The image you can see on a screen at a cinema hall is a projection of the film on the screen, and it is a real image. A real image is a representation of an actual object, that is, a source, formed by rays of light passing through the image. If a screen is placed in the plane of a real image, it becomes visible. That is, real images are formed where rays of light actually converge. The image formed by a reflection on a plane mirror is described as a virtual image. Virtual images are formed when rays of light are perceived to converge. If you stand in front of a mirror, an image seems to form behind the mirror. If you move back, the image also moves back. In reality, there is no image behind the mirror. Therefore, an image which cannot be formed on a screen is a virtual image. Real images. Let us now understand how real and virtual images are formed. When light from an object enters our eyes, its real image is formed on the retina, which is the screen of the eye. This image is smaller than the object and is inverted. The brain is able to analyze that light travels in straight lines. It is able to calculate the direction, distance, and size of the object. Therefore, when you see the image of an object, it is correct in size, in the correct direction, at the correct distance, and upright. Virtual images. However, at certain times, the brain is unable to analyze correctly. For example, if a ray of light coming from an object at point A bends at point O and then reaches our eyes, the brain is unable to perceive that the light reaching our eyes is bent at point O. Now, since the brain is only able to analyze that the light travels in straight lines, it assumes that the light reaching our eyes is from the point B. Therefore, we can see that the object is positioned at point B, although in reality, the object is positioned at point A. So, we can say that the B is the virtual image of A because it only seems that the light is coming from the virtual image. Pinhole camera.
This is another important
Now,
concept.
let us
We learn in
understand the
lower
concept
classes.
of real images with the help of a pinhole camera. To make
Plastic.
your pinhole camera, you will need a cardboard box, tracing paper, black paper, a craft knife, glue or tape. Take a small box with all the sides closed except one side. Cut a piece of tracing paper, cover and paste it to the open side of the box
A
using
camera
glue or
without
tape.
lens.
This forms the screen of your camera. Cut a small square at the center of the closed end on the opposite side of the box and then paste a piece of black paper to cover this cut area. Make a small hole in the paper. Now, light is able to enter the box through the small hole. Focus your camera towards an object. Image of an object falls on the tracing paper screen. A light ray from point A passes through the pinhole and falls on the screen at C. A ray from the B falls at D. Similarly, rays of light from each point on an object passes through the pinhole and falls on the screen. Collectively, these points of light create the image. Although this image is inverted, it is a real image. Let us summarize. A real image is a representation of an actual object, that is, a source formed by rays of light passing through the image. The image formed by a
What is the
reflection
image?
on a plane mirror is described as a virtual image. A real image is smaller than the actual object and the image is inverted.
Right. So one more is there. Let me show you one more video is there. Very interesting again. About the plane mirrors, you can commonly observe.
From our previous video, we know what virtual images are. Virtual image is the image which appears to be formed at a position behind the mirror. But in reality, it isn't formed there, as no light rays reach behind the mirror. Now, the image formed by a plane mirror has some properties or characteristics. One of the characteristics is what we've already seen. The image formed by a plane mirror is virtual, or in other words, it's not a real image. The other characteristic of an image formed by a plane mirror is that the image formed is always erect or upright. For instance, if you look at your image in the mirror, you will see that it's straight or erect. But will it always be erect? Not necessarily. Maybe it's inverted. Well, we can think of inverted as opposite of upright. Yes, an inverted image means an upside-down image. Concave mirrors can form inverted images. The plane mirror never forms an inverted image. The third characteristic of an image formed by a plane mirror is that it's of the same size as the object is on the other side of the mirror. For example, if the height of this person is 4 feet, then the image's height will also be 4 feet.
Same height.
And if I
can
bring
also
the
see.
plane surface
There
of
is
the
no change in
circular
height.
coin near the plane mirror, then both the coin as well as its image will have the same diameter. The image formed by a plane mirror is not upside down, but it's laterally
But the shape
inverted.
also same.
What do I mean by this? When we raise our left hand, the image in the mirror raises its right hand. Our left is the image's right, and similarly, our right is the image's left. So an image follows left-right reversal. So we say that an image formed by a plane mirror is laterally inverted. Now we come to our last point. Finally, the image formed is at the same distance from the mirror as the object is. You can verify this observation yourself. All you need is a chessboard and any chess piece, say a king. Keep the plane mirror at the edge of the board as shown. Look at the position of the king as well as its image. Are they both at the same distance from the mirror? Well, you can count the number of squares in front of each. For the object, there are 7 squares in front and the same for its image as well. You can move this king anywhere on the chessboard and find out if its image is always at the same distance from the mirror as the king is. So these were the characteristics of the images formed by a plane mirror. Let's quickly review them. First, the image formed by a plane mirror is virtual and not real. Second, the image formed is always erect or upright. Third, the size of the image formed is the same as the size of the object placed on the other side of the mirror. And lastly, the image formed is at the same distance from the mirror as the object is. In the next video, we
Right. So we are clear about the what we are discussing, completely explaining the video about the what we are going to discuss. That is about image, right? Types of images and everything is explained. Correct. So what is image? What are the types of images? For example, see real image. So real image means you can catch on the screen. The image which can be caught on a screen is called real image. Right. Whereas, so for example, simple way I'll tell. Your teacher is teaching in your classroom. You are sitting in classroom physically. So that classroom is called real classroom because you can catch your teacher. You can ask any doubts. You can clarify. But my class is virtual because you cannot catch me. I am teaching for you away. That's why it's called virtual classes. What is virtual? Which is not real. Which is not real, which cannot be caught on a screen. Only you can catch with the cameras. Virtual images can be caught with camera. You can take my photograph. You can take screenshot, but you cannot catch me. Right. That is, my class is virtual class. Your teacher teaching in classroom is a real class. Similarly, image also can be either real or virtual. Depends on how it is forming. We can separate them. We can distinguish them that it is a real image, it is a virtual image. Right. Whenever light falls, it is either converges or appears to be converges. When it is converges at one point, you can find the real image. When it is appears to be converges, it forms a virtual image. As he explained in the video, when you are standing on plane mirror, see here, clearly given. So real and virtual. So real image, when the ray of light actually meet, the image formed is known as real image. Meet means they come and meet at one point. That is called they are converged. So a real image can be caught on a screen since it is formed by actual meeting of the lines. A real image can be formed by a convergence of reflecting beam. When reflecting beam converges, it is a real. In a diagram for real image, the rays are represented by full lines. Whereas virtual image, second type. When the ray of light appears to meet, they are not meeting exactly, but they appear like meeting. So they are called virtual image. A virtual cannot be caught on a screen. Right? It is formed by the divergent of reflected ray. When reflected ray diverges, after reflection, they are diverging like this. When they diverge, the image is appear on the other side and is called virtual image. Then what happens? A plane mirror. It's commonly observed. You can do experiment after going home also. When you are standing in front of the plane mirror, right? What you can see? What are the characteristics of that plane mirror? Or image formed by the plane mirror. When you stand in front of the mirror, observe. You can see your own image in the mirror. Correct or not? Because of it's a polished surface, reflection of light, you can see your own image. So whatever your hair color, whatever is the specs color, whatever your shirt color, whatever your skin color, everything looks like the same. Right? But can you catch your image behind the mirror? It feels that there is one image behind the mirror, but it is not real. We cannot catch it. Only you can take the catch through camera. So that is why it's called virtual image. It is not real. Suppose when you are standing at 1 meter from the mirror, the image also formed at 1 meter only. When you come close to the mirror, image also will come close. So distance same, height same, color same. Only thing is it is a virtual. Suppose one more important point they missed there. It is a laterally inverted. When you raise your right hand in front of the plane mirror, it looks like left hand. This is my right hand, but it looks for you like left hand. When left hand is raised, So that property is called laterally inverted, which is one of the important characteristics of the plane mirror. So plane mirror will use the virtual image with same size. The distance is same. Distance of object and image are same. Height of object and image are same. Color is same. But they are laterally inverted. Left appear right, right appears left, which is called laterally inversion. So these are all together called characteristics of plane mirrors. What they are called? Characteristics. Very important characteristics are there. So you can see here. Okay. So characteristics you can see. One is virtual image, upright image. Upright means erect, straight only. To stand like this, you can see like this only. Your head on top, and suppose if you reverse, it will look reverse only. That is called upright. Upright or erect. And third one is, I told, laterally inverted. Left appear right, right appears left. Like this, see how you can see. That is also helpful in some cases. Okay. Uses. What are the uses of plane? See, image of the is same size as the object. Image size, object size is same. I am object. My image is forming the mirror. How much height I am, same, you can see there. How much, what is the color mean? Same, you can see there. We cannot say that same difference, right? So the distance between image formed behind the mirror and the mirror is same. So whatever how much distance the image is forming behind the mirror as equal to how much distance you are standing in front of the mirror. So distance is same, size is same, color is same, upright image, erected image, virtual image, and finally laterally inverted. It's very important. See, you can see. To place the P like this in front of the mirror, it looks like this. Right? That is called laterally inversion. You can see. That's the ambulance. You can see. See, ambulance. The ambulance, when you observe carefully, the letters are written reverse. Ambulance, they won't write ambulance like this. Observe any ambulance. They start from here. Reverse order they write. Ambulance. AM. Why? Because when your person front of him, they see from the mirror. Generally, the concave mirrors are used. That mirrors will make the ambulance laterally inversion. If you write straight, it appears reverse. That's why they write reverse, so that it can appear straight in the mirror. Side mirrors. Very important properties is laterally inversion. Lateral inversion means right appears left, left appears right. Okay, clear? That is a very, very important of the plane mirror, which we are using the various applications in our day-to-day life. Using the various applications in day-to-day life. So, image, types of images, real image and virtual image. Real image is formed when the light rays are converge at one point. They can caught on the screen. Means you can catch the real image. Whereas virtual image is the image formed when the lights, after reflection, they diverge or appears to converge. Right? They cannot be caught on a screen. They can caught only by some optical devices like cameras. Okay. Then to understand this image process, you can use a plane mirror first before going for convex mirror, concave mirror. They are called curved mirrors. When you see in front of the plane mirror, we can see so many important characteristics. When you stand in front of the plane mirror, we can see that the first point is the image is virtual. Your own image you cannot catch. You can feel that your image is there. See, this is when you remember the story of lion, very, very important story in your childhood you might have learned. See, just I recall that lion story. So all the animals in jungle, lion is the king of animals, right? So they are very much worried about the lion. So when you see, fox is the very intelligent actually. So when the lion is eating the other animals for their survival, one day fox got an idea how to escape from that. So the fox, along with the others, they went to lion and they say that there is another lion in the well. Say this is a well. right? There is another lion in the well, which is very angry. So all the animals will turn to the lion. Then definitely is the king of jungle will get very angry and the lion will come to the well here. When lion look into that mirror, that is a well, because that image of the lion is seen in that. But lion don't know. So what lion feels that there is another lion is there inside the well. When this lion is roaring, that also responds with the roar. So by seeing that lion will get very angry and you want to kill the other lion and jump into the well. And he's dead. So that is a real fact, real scenario where you can see the reflection of light or characteristics of the image. Suppose lion is coming forward, that also coming forward. Going back, going back. When you are roaring, it looks like a roaring only. Everything looks similar. So because of that similarity, the lion will get very angry and jump into the, as good mentioned, right? This is a very practical scenario where you can learn in the Panchatantra stories. So everything is connected to our subject only. But thing is, you need to understand where to apply the physics, okay, and where to see the physics. Everywhere physics is there. Thing is, you have to identify. We have the light in the physics. Light, without light, you cannot live. Electricity, sound, magnet, all this comes out of motion, right? So whenever in case of plane mirrors, because of reflection of light, we can see our own image, and that image size is same, image height is same, image distance is same. Image is a virtual image, and it is upright image, straight on will get, no inverted, upright. And finally, it is a lateral inversion. Right appears left, left appears right. That is the only change you can see on the in plane mirror. Right. So hope you all clear. You can find this, and more details we'll learn in the next class about the same mirrors. Then we'll enter into the other types of mirrors also, like convex mirrors, concave mirrors, which are called curved mirrors. Plane mirror, you can see there are curved mirrors also there, which can make your size big or small, height, short, fat. So many you might have seen the mirrors in the exhibition. When you go to exhibition, there is a mirror room where you can see all these things. Okay, right? So this is the home task for today. Homework: define image, mention types. Note on the question, and you can write about what is image and what are the real image, virtual image with examples. So real image is formed by when light is converges at one point, which can be caught on a screen. Whereas virtual image is formed when the light is appears to converge or diverge after reflection. It cannot be caught on a screen. Okay. So write and take the signature from your teachers and parent. So that's all for today. Thank you, all of you. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.